Do you want to update your morning into a powerful drive forwards to what you envisage as a far more successful life for yourself? If so, well, today we are going to talk exactly all about how to do that. We're going to talk about mastering the art of habit transformation, the magic of the mundane, where every minute matters. Do you know that the most extraordinary changes in your life can start with something as simple as in what you actually do during the first 30 seconds of your day? Imagine if I told you that the secret to unlocking an extraordinary life lies in the hidden moments that you hardly notice. Today on this live show, we're going to explore how the smallest actions can lead to the most profound transformations in both our lives, in the lives also of those all around us. Those small, seemingly insignificant daily habits that are our unsung heroes shaping our destiny, right? So a huge welcome to our deep dive into the magic of the mundane, where every minute in our life matters. I'm Helen, and you're listening to the Uncover the True You live show, where we transform everyday insights into powerful strategies for personal growth and success. We're here to peel back the layers on something we all have in common, but often overlook: our daily habits. This episode promises to equip you with the tools to revolutionize your routine and, in turn, your next steps to your envisaged results, your vision, what you're aiming for in life, what you want. But first, let's talk about the impact of your present daily habits, those repetitive actions we all do, which can, on the one hand, take unnecessary time out of our already overly busy day, or alternatively, carve that path to your increased success and happiness. That's what we all want. Did you know that habits make up about 40% of our daily activities? That's right, nearly half of our day runs on autopilot. And if we harness this automatic behavior, we can dramatically transform so many aspects of our day-to-day. When we keep doing something over and over again, it becomes robotic, automatic. And as the habit gets stronger, we don't have to think about it anymore. It adapts to happen all on its own. We do it without conscious thought. The thought of it moves to the subconscious part of our mind, meaning that it happens without our choosing to actually do it. It simply occurs naturally. Have you heard of the phrase highway hypnosis? That's when we don't realize how we arrived at our destination. We didn't realize, we don't remember the actual drive over there. Do you remember that? It happens quite often. Much like when you're going to work, commuting to work, or you're going on a normal route that you do often. Much like breathing, driving can become a routine activity, and it doesn't need our full attention, especially on those usual journeys. Our brain switches to a mode where it can manage driving without much conscious thought. We're still able to control the car safely, thank goodness, but our active memory isn't really registering the details of the drive over. And it can happen to many of our repetitive actions during the whole day. When we think about it, typing on the keyboard, doing things in the house, like we get out of bed in the morning and suddenly we're in the bathroom cleaning our teeth. It's just automatic habits. As Aristotle famously say, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Yeah, interesting. Each habit is like a thread in the creation of our existence. And when we intentionally weave those threads, we can create our desired masterpiece, the life that we are searching for. In other words, each project we take on, no matter how small it may be, is a step towards our personal growth and productivity. It's about doing what we say we're going to do, whether that's following through on a promise, completing the exercise session, or making sure that we stay hydrated. The importance of drinking water. That's a whole new subject for another webinar show. But let's break it down. Let's break it down. Habits consist of 3 parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. And understanding this loop is the first step to habit mastery. For example, let's say if you want to read more books, okay, the cue could be placing the book on your nightstand beside your bedside table. The routine is perhaps reading for half an hour before you go to sleep in the evening. And the reward might be the fun of learning something new, gaining more knowledge about your targeted subject, or simply enjoying a story and relaxing before we go to sleep. By ending our day with a purposeful and enriching activity like reading or listening to interesting information, we not only calm our minds and reduce stress, but we also enhance our cognitive functions and memory consolidation. The routine just doesn't deepen our knowledge or entertain us. It sets a positive tone, I get it right in the end, for our subconscious process to process the information while we sleep, okay? What you're actually doing and concentrating on is just influencing your thoughts during your whole night and subconsciously preparing you for the next day. It reminds me of something I once read about students preparing for exams in the morning. Often they stay up all night studying and working hard and going through the notes and trying to remember everything for the exam, just in case that question comes up. And really, the experts say it's better to go to sleep thinking about it, having studied before bed, because then in the night, we subconsciously prepare more and actually do better in exams. They've done tests about that. So going to sleep, thinking about what you want to concentrate on and improve on and sort out in your day, in your mind, in your life, so that when you wake up, you're more likely to take action on that subject, or more likely to retain what you learned, feel inspired by what you read and benefit from such a habit. It leads to increased creativity and problem-solving skills during the day too. So that's one to think about and put into action. Moving on to the impact that our habits actually have on our lives, what about how we form new ones and reduce or even delete the ones that are no longer useful, no longer a benefit? If you feel that you don't really see where you're going to have the time to include a new focus in your day, we can experiment by shrinking it down to just 2 minutes. Yes, just 2 minutes. If you want to exercise more, for example, start with 2 minutes of stretching. It takes just a moment's thought to decide and take action to probably change your whole day ahead. We get started. The goal is to make it so easy that the more positive actions, that it feels that to do the more positive action, because it feels easy, you can't say no, okay? So it's more likely that you will turn up, show up, and do what you intended to do. And once you enjoy those updated habits, then any unwanted ones will be lessened automatically. We'll enjoy more the new ones and realize that the old ones no longer serve us. And often once we get started and we're in motion, it's much more simple and more easy and automatic to keep going, right? But how do we prevent that old habit of procrastination raising its head? How do we ensure the follow through? It starts with understanding the why behind what we do. Why are we doing it? Reflecting on how these activities contribute to our broader life goals in general. Ask yourself, am I aiming for health, productivity, learning something, or perhaps balance in life? Connecting our daily actions to our purposeful objectives gives us the motivation needed to stay on track with this new improved routine we're looking to uptake and make automatic. It's difficult to keep up the momentum at times, of course it is, but the secret lies in the commitment to set clear, achievable goals for each and every day. Whether it's a 30-minute jog, drinking 8 glasses of water, or completing that project. Define what you want to accomplish, then prioritize those tasks, making them non-negotiable parts of your day. By using your time wisely first thing in the morning, we not only enhance our day-to-day, of course, but it also brings us closer to achieving our long-term purpose, our end game, that vision we have in mind. It's all about consistency and intuition. Every morning's a new opportunity for our success. It gets you thinking that you can't wait for the morning, right, to get started. As you commit to these chosen daily practices, you'll start discovering what uniquely works for you. We're all different, and becoming aware of what positively impacts your life will become so empowering. It's about making a choice every single day to invest the time and energy into actions that steer you towards success and happiness. It's a personal choice, and to decide and get clarity in that choice is what happens when you uncover your self-truth and go on your discovery journey. For example, maybe you want to just get that morning started as soon as you wake up by stretching your arms high and taking a deep breath. Feel the morning energy, fill your lungs, and awaken your body. This simple action just brings in the blood flow and signals our body to shift from rest to wakefulness. It's a very, very important thing to do in the morning, to have a stretch. We've seen the cats do it, right? Animals do it. It's an automatic expression that they do every morning, or when they've been sleeping, of course. Also, another one would be to express gratitude. We've spoken about this before, but right there in your bed, think of one thing you're grateful for. It could be the comfort of your bed, a loved one, or even the new day ahead. You're excited about something. Gratitude positively alters our mood and sets an important positive tone for our day, an exciting tone. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I want to achieve? It doesn't have to be big, but it should be meaningful to you. It'll help focus your mind and prioritize your actions for that day. Going forward from the gratitude, what about saying a positive affirmation? You can look in the mirror and say something empowering about yourself. I am capable, I am strong, today I choose joy. I'm amazing. Speak it out loud and believe it. Boost your self-esteem, and it activates that great mindset, that moving forward mindset, okay? And there you have it, just 30 seconds every morning to prime yourself for a day of success. Keep those things in mind. What are you going to do? Start with a 30-second action and choose the continual daily routine to emotionally and intentionally start your day. It's so powerful because it's not just about the one single day. It's about setting the stage for your whole life success, one morning at a time. Our habits don't just affect us either. They have a ripple effect, of course, and they influence everybody around us. When we adopt healthier habits, we don't only benefit, our loved ones do also. And moreover, tracking your habits can be incredibly effective. Experiment by using a journal or downloading an app to check off your daily achievements. It not only offers a sense of accomplishment, but also highlights areas that need more attention. I actually have a whiteboard in my bedroom, and I have my lists of certain things. And of course, with a whiteboard, you can change and update it and motivate yourself more. And sometimes I tick things off, and it just feels more inspiring, especially when you've achieved something. And remember, flexibility is your friend. Some days won't go as planned, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to adapt and continue, keep going, not forgetting that improved health, increased productivity, and a happier mood are just a few examples of amazing changes that can ripple through your relationships. Next week, we're going to talk about relationships, next Thursday. So why not start tomorrow and see the difference it makes in your life, the difference it makes in your mood, your feeling, your, what's the word? Intentional emotions. I love that, intentional emotions. Okay, so now let's extend that powerful start into a full morning routine that propels you towards your vision. Let's look at building a morning routine to lay the foundation of success for you every single day. Number one, hydration. I'm back to the water again. Very important. Start your day with a glass of water. To drink water, hydrate yourself, wakes up your system. It boosts your metabolism and clears your mind. And there are so many more benefits. It's a whole new show. Meditation, another one. Why not meditate for 5 minutes? Get that breathing going, some deep breaths, some inner reflection. Meditation, it reduces stress and increases concentration, and mindfulness, of course, helping us to focus more on our daily goal. Exercise, very, very, very important, whether it's yoga, a brisk walk, or a workout. Moving our body energizes us and releases endorphins, making us happier and more prepared to face the day, okay? Doing something for yourself. When I used to have horses, I always loved the fact that I needed to get up early to feed my horses, let them out the stable or check on them if they were out in the summer. It just gives you something more, a happy thing to do instead of having to get up and rush off to work, right? To have that me time and your choosing of an action before you have to do the work obligations and those mundane tasks, right? And also another one, take time to review your goals, talking about work. Spend a few minutes reading through your vision and objectives for the day, the week, or the month. Visualize your success, both personal and work and social, and what actual steps, or even that one step you're going to take today to get closer to those achievements. Reading something motivational or educational for at least 10 minutes. So many of the experts, Tony Robbins and so many online experts, talk about how reading is so important because we learn something, we grow in our mindset, we grow in our skill, focusing on that one skill to get the life that you dream of. It could be a chapter of a book, an article, or even motivational quotes, right? Feeding our mind with a positive and instructive content sets the tone of learning and inspiration. Nourishing our body with a healthy breakfast. What you eat in the morning fuels your body and brain, of course. Choose something balanced and wholesome, nutritious, to keep up your energy levels throughout the morning. No doubt you've heard of that phrase, eat like a king, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner, dine like a pauper. Yeah, it's a true one. By using time wisely first thing in the morning, you'll not only enhance your day, but also get much closer to achieving your long-term purpose due to being consistent and have more focused intentions, those emotional intentions again. Every morning is your new opportunity for more success, renewed success. Keep your chosen routine going and watch how your days transform into positive steps towards your envisaged life. As you commit to these daily intentional practices, you'll start discovering what uniquely works for you, uniquely you and your authenticity, who you are, and become aware of what truly positively impacts your own life. It's so empowering. You can use your core values and continual updates about your knowledge of self to make good choices every single day, to invest your time and energy into your chosen actions that steer you towards the life you're searching for. Every new day is another opportunity to reinforce the habits that align with your deepest values, what's important to you, and your highest goals. So let's take a look at the pros and cons of sticking to our daily habits, how it can significantly impact your personal and professional life. Because when we fail to stick to our daily intentions, there can be several negative consequences. But on the other hand, there are great positive outcomes when we successfully uphold our chosen routines. So let's take a look first at a breakdown of 5 negative impacts of not keeping up our daily habits, and then we'll look at the positive ones. Our productivity can go down, right? Without the structure of daily habits, tasks take longer to complete, usually, leading to procrastination and inefficiencies. Lack of routine makes it difficult to keep up the momentum and meet preset deadlines, of course. And number 2, inconsistent habits can lead to uneven work quality. For example, if a writer doesn't keep a regular writing schedule, the quality of their output can suffer because they're not practicing and they're not being consistent. 3, failing to stick to a routine means that tasks often can pile up, creating an overwhelming backlog, a very messy desk and overwhelm. It often leads then, of course, to stress and anxiety, obviously. Another one, neglecting health-related habits, regular exercise, adequate sleep, very important, and nutrition. Usually it leads to some physical and even mental health issues like fatigue, depression, decreased immune function, higher susceptibility to stress-related diseases or illnesses. Number 5, professionals who don't follow through with their habits necessary for their particular roles. They're considered unreliable or professional, right? You're not chosen sometimes for a particular job because they think, nah, they might not do it that well. Let's have John instead of Jane. For example, a manager who doesn't habitually check in with their team is viewed as disengaged, potentially harming their reputation and leadership effectiveness. So enough of the negative, let's go to the positive outcomes. Okay, so why do we need these habits and what difference is it going to make? Keeping our regular habits streamlines processes and saves time, resulting in far more being accomplished in a day. Consistent routines such as morning preparations or structured work blocks, they optimize our productivity, and it means much better time management with everything we do. And number 2, remember the phrase, practice makes perfect, practice makes perfect. Obviously, they talk about perfection is impossible, but that's the phrase that we've heard for years, right? And it's a good one, because consistency in practice and preparation can lead to improvements in our skill and expertise. And for instance, musicians who practice regularly typically achieve higher performance standards than those who practice sporadically. They get closer to that perfection, to what they want to do and how they want to show up and to be an expert in their field, right? We've all been to bars and places where someone's playing the piano and it just sounds absolutely beautiful. Well, that person has been practicing. They have the experience, of course, and the perfection is that sometimes they might miss a key and they continue because they have that experience, because they've practiced and they know what to do when that happens. Someone on stage in a play that might fall over, well, they get up and continue on their lines because they're not fazed by it, because they've practiced and they know what they're doing. Number 3, well-established habits can provide a sense of predictability and control, which significantly lowers our stress levels. If we feel in control and know what we're doing, it makes a big difference. Knowing what to expect and when to do it, it reduces the mental load of planning and decision-making. Maintaining habits that promote physical health, such as exercise, balanced eating again, and sleep, so important, directly contributes to our overall well-being. Such good habits not only support physical fitness, but also mental clarity again and emotional stability. Consistently adopting professional habits such as timely communication, regular updates, and punctual project completions. Imagine to finish something on time. It builds credibility and reliability. It strengthens our professional image again and leads to better career advancement and opportunities. So really, we're looking at the opposites to the negative, no? But we've explained them in a different way. So obviously, habits are a great thing to have, good thing to do. They talk about how long it takes to create a habit. Some people say 9 months, some people say 21 days, some people say a week, whatever. But in effect, the habit creation is continual, because if we don't do it, then the habit is broken. So remember, these potential negatives and positives motivate us to establish and keep up with those beneficial habits. So we need to that it leads us to significant improvements in both personal fulfillment and professional success. We get to where we want to get to, right? We move towards the goals, and as we go, it may change, it may differ, but that basic habit, like stretching in the morning when you wake up, waking your body up, getting the blood flowing, the brain flowing, being there, we don't make so many mistakes, and we're happier. We all want to be happy, right? So I want to encourage you to take a moment to reflect on one habit you can begin changing today. What's one habit you could believe that you believe could make the most significant impact on your life if implemented? Can you identify any obstacles that might prevent you from implementing this new habit? How might you overcome that? And what specific actions will you take now to include in this new habit of your daily routine? Think about those questions, write them down, and they will help you, because it will determine what is that one small step you can take right now that will lead you towards the life you're searching for. Remember, every minute holds potential. It's up to you to harness it. Start making personal choices which align to your deepest values, and watch how even the mundane can become magical. Okay, some of our habits are a little bit mundane. Switch it up, liven it up, make it more exciting, more impactful is the word I'm looking for. It's all up to you. Decide, choose, and move forwards to a better life by adopting new habits, restarting those habits that you keep trying that you really want to also include in your daily life, and reach out if you want any help on that. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If you found some of these insightful or useful, please share this with someone who could benefit from it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Helen P. Barton, for more insights, and let's continue this conversation. As I said, next week, we're going to be talking about creating great connections, building business and personal relationships, and how it brings more meaning to our lives and to others, of course, the relationships we form. Until next time, remember, please, to keep harnessing the power of your habits and enjoy experiencing how your world transforms to be a far better place to be in, for you to live in. It's a question of living our life to the full, doing everything we can to make it more successful and show up for others also, not only for ourselves. Here's to your success, one morning at a time. And I hope to see you next Thursday. And please join me live on the show. I'd love to see you here, and you can have your questions answered, make comments and join in. Or just quietly listen in the background and be ready to answer questions at the end, and to be a participant. When you participate in things, it's more meaningful and more impactful too. So we're going to be talking about personal relationships, of course, as I said, bringing more meaningful to life. And I so look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for being here today. Ciao for now, take care. And I look forward to hearing some comments about what habits you're going to adapt, you have adapted when you comment about it, and how it's changing things, how you feel about that, and how the new you is moving forwards. Ciao for now, take care. Bye.